Hi everyone, welcome back for day 2 of our article on social media for English for You. I'm Kat.
I'm Elsie.
And yesterday we started talking about social media.
Social media.
The positives, the negatives.
And the first one was called 6degrees.com.
Yeah, that's right. It's basically the first social media site where you could get a picture and have a list of friends and message those friends, which is pretty much what social media is.
Yes.
Yeah, so definitely there are a lot of changes that have happened since then, and they have these really, really advanced algorithms now.
Right.
Which monitor what you do and what you click and what you look at.
But it can be really addictive.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
It can cause mental health problems for young people, especially like people who don't know themselves very well or like are capable of being influenced by people who say you should lose weight or that you have to look a certain way, that sort of thing.
So there are a lot of concerns.
Oh, yes. So today we're going to talk more about them. Yesterday we left off by saying TikTok might have a certain problem, but we haven't talked about what that problem is yet. So if we get in the article, we're about to find out. Let's take a look.
Reading.
The dangers of social media. Whether or not you personally like TikTok, you can't deny its success. As of the beginning of 2023, the app had been downloaded over 3.5 billion times. TikTok owes much of its popularity to its unique algorithm. TikTok's For You page is able to provide an endless stream of videos that are personal to each user, which keeps them using the app for as long as possible. As a result, one report found that the average TikTok user spends 1.5 hours on the app each day. The negatives of TikTok still aren't fully understood, since it hasn't been around long enough for experts to carry out complete studies. However, early study results show that some video platforms, including TikTok, often display a lot of extremist content, such as violent videos. Users who interact with this content are likely to be shown more similar things. In addition, dangerous challenges like the #InMyFeelings challenge, where people jump out of moving vehicles, have been responsible for several deaths. Social media technology has developed faster than society has been able to assess its possible risks. Until there are enough studies and rules to safeguard the user experience, people should pay attention to how social media affects their behavior.
The article begins, whether or not you personally like TikTok, you can't deny its success. So whether or not you like it means you like it, you don't, it doesn't matter. Either way, TikTok is very successful and you can't deny it. You can't, say that it's not. So actually that whether is part of today's language in focus, isn't it?
是的 ，whether or not 就是我们今天 language in focus 的重点。我们来看一下吧。今天的 language in focus 要说到的是 whether 这个字的用法，那它代表的是不管或是无论。那 whether 表示不管无论的时候所引导的子句用来修饰主要的子句，表示呢不论在什么情况下，主要子句都是成立的。那在这样的用法下呢，常常跟 or 或是 or not 来连用，那引出两种或是多种的可能性。像是呢，我们可以说 whether you like it or not, you must wear your seatbelt in the car. 不论你喜不喜欢，你都必须要在车上系上安全带。那如果 whether 引导的子句比较长的话，为了避免语句不顺或是语义混淆，我们则会将 or not 往前移，就像是课文里面的句子 Whether or not you personally like TikTok, you cannot deny its success. 那如果是叙述未来状况的条件句的时候呢， whether 子句的动词要以现在式代替未来式哦。For example, whether or not I go to bed early tonight, I will still get up late tomorrow. 无论我今晚有没有早睡，我明天还是会晚起。
So yeah, TikTok is extremely popular. As of the beginning of 2023, the app had been downloaded over 3.5 billion times.
Can you believe that? 3.5 billion times.
That's half the world if you're talking about like, it's not like every download is a new person, but it's like at least probably several million people or hundreds of millions of people.
Do you have that app on your phone?
I do.
I don't.
I probably should just get rid of it. I don't look at it very much. But this is using this phrase as of to begin the sentence. Now when you have as of and then a time or date, that means that starting from that time or date, that's when something is happening. So we're recording this in, first half of 2023. And so as of the beginning of this year, which is pretty recent, that's when we're talking about these numbers.
So as of something 代表就是截至到某个时间为止。
So TikTok owes much of its popularity to its unique algorithm. We talked about algorithms yesterday. TikTok has one of the most accurate algorithms I've ever seen. Not kidding. So it owes its success to that algorithm. When you say it owes something or somebody owes something to you, it's used to talk about the person or thing that made something possible, or saying you have to pay them back for it. So like TikTok owing its success to its algorithm means that the algorithm made the success possible. It's because of that. So another example, you could say, Jim owes his success to his teachers who pushed him to work hard and inspired him. So basically he's successful because his teachers helped him. Then we have this other word, unique, talking about the algorithm. Unique is an adjective used to say something is unlike anything or anyone else, or that it's very special, it's very unusual. It's not normal, it's not like every other thing. It's very in a league of its own. It's a one-of-a-kind thing. So you could say, Kay has such a unique hair color. I don't know anyone else with that kind of bright red hair.
OK， 那来整理一下喽。我们刚刚说到的 owe something to something or somebody， 那就将点点点归功于某事物或是某人。那再来一个名词是 popularity， 代表就是人气跟普及性。它的形容词就是我们熟悉的 popular， 好，受欢迎的。那我们这边说到呢 ，TikTok owes its popularity to its unique algorithm。那 unique 这个形容词呢，就是特别的、独一无二的。
独一无二。
对，独特性的。
Very cool. So how does this algorithm work? TikTok's For You page is able to provide an endless stream of videos that are personal to each user, which keeps them using the app for as long as possible.
Okay, so they'll just see the videos they like.
Yeah, I mean, and TikTok's videos are all at like maybe 1 minute or less, and so it takes you very little time to watch it, scroll to the next one, scroll to the next one, next one. You can spend hours. I have before.
Yeah, and I think Instagram does that too.
Yeah, they started doing it after TikTok showed it was really successful, but Instagram used to be just mainly pictures.
Right.
Yeah. So as a result, one report found that the average TikTok user spends 1.5 hours on the app each day. So 1.5 hours each day just looking through videos. That's a lot. But this is the average user. So what does average mean? That's kind of an important thing to talk about when you're talking about statistics and numbers of people. So let's go find out what it means right now. Average can be taken to mean ordinary or the usual person. Like when you think of your average school day, you probably think of your classes that you have to do, maybe some tests you have to take, maybe some homework. And maybe there would be non-average school days which have special things like parties or festivals and celebrations and school events and things like that. So average is usual. But here we're talking about average with statistics, which means that it's about numbers. So to get the average, what you do is you take a number that you find by adding all together the numbers of different things, and then you divide them by the number you got. So for example, if you have 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3, that's 4 numbers, and then it's 16. And then you divide it by 4, and you get 4. So that means 4 is the average of those 4 numbers. And that's how we get these numbers about the average people doing something on TikTok. So for another example, the average person in Taiwan made between 40,000 NT dollars and 50,000 NT dollars in 2019.
Average 这个形容词，中文就是一般的、普通的。所以 an average user 就是一般普通的用户、使用者。
Yeah, and then you could think of that math definition, but you don't always have to. Usually it's just usual, the usual user. The negatives of TikTok still aren't fully understood since it hasn't been around long enough for experts to carry out complete studies. It's true, it's only been around for like 3 years maybe, and popular for 3 years.
So it needs more studies to.
It needs more studies, and it needs more time, and it needs a little bit, probably more access. However, early study results show that some video platforms, including TikTok, often display a lot of extremist content, such as violent videos. That's really bad, because extremist means very far to the left or very far to the right, and showing extreme ideas which could hurt people.
就极端的。
And the kind of thing that is extremist is the content. Content is a word you'll hear a lot about on social media. On its most traditional definition, it's the ideas or the facts or the images that are in a book, in a speech, in a movie, in an article, things like that. When you're talking about content in social media, it's the videos, posts, pictures, and other things that people upload for others to see. So they'll say like, I need to make more content. That means they need to upload more things. So for an example sentence, this YouTube channel makes content like songs for young children to learn with.
Content 指的就是内容，那 make content 那就是代表去制造出内容，像是你 post 的 pictures, videos, all of them are contents.
Yeah, content. Yeah. Anyway, users who interact with this content are likely to be shown more similar things, of course. That's how the algorithm works.
所以 interact with something or somebody 就是与点点点交流或是互动。那 interact 是动词，名词呢就是 interaction 交流互动。
That's right. So interacting means liking it, sharing it, watching it for a long time, things like that. In addition, dangerous challenges like the hashtag in my feelings challenge, where people jump out of moving vehicles, have been responsible for several deaths.
Wow.
Yeah, have you seen videos of that?
No, I haven't.
It's a certain song by Drake, I think, and somebody puts their car in drive and then gets out of the driver's seat and films themselves dancing while the car moves.
Oh, before they fall off the cliff.
Well, just on the street.
Oh, just on the street.
But like they could get run over.
Yeah.
Several people got run over by their own cars because they were not being safe. So that's a challenge that resulted in a lot of deaths, several deaths, and it was because of jumping out of moving vehicles. So we're going to learn what vehicle means right now. You can tell by my use of the word car that a vehicle is a thing like a car, including cars. A vehicle is a machine that's used to carry people or goods from one place to another. So cars, motorcycles, buses, trains, airplanes, boats, those are all vehicles. And they are it's just the big word for basically things that take you, things that make you go. As long as it's anything from, a bicycle on up, those are all vehicles. For an example sentence, you could say, there are no vehicles allowed on this street, so people can walk safely without worrying about cars and scooters.
Vehicle 指的就是交通工具，那尤其指的是车辆。
That's right. So a vehicle is anything that moves and takes you places. So yeah, there's been some pretty stupid challenges that people have tried to do on TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah, there have been a lot of videos like that.
Yeah, I've seen them a lot, and I'm like, oh, I know it's appealing to try and, do fun, exciting things, but don't be dangerous just because you want some likes. Like, come on.
Right, and it's a challenge, so when people see that video, they'll want to do the same thing just to be cool.
Exactly. And so, it's moving so quickly, like social media changes so quickly. And that's what the article says too. Social media technology has developed faster than society has been able to assess its possible risks. In other words, like, here's social media growth, and here's our ability to figure out if it's risky. Yeah.
Assess 这个动词呢，就是评估。
Yeah. So, are we looking at it and being like, oh, are we able to see how risky it is? I don't know. So the article ends by saying, until there are enough studies and rules to safeguard the user experience, people should pay attention to how social media affects their behavior. That's very true because social media really can affect your behavior. Behavior is this last word that we have. It's the way a person or an animal acts or says things. Everybody shows different behavior. Maybe if you're feeling sad on some day, your behavior will be like you'll slump over, you'll talk in a low voice, you won't smile, or your behavior might be the way you treat other people. Like, are you nice to people? Are you a little bit mean to them? Or what do you do on social media? Like, what kind of things are you looking at? What kind of things are you liking? That's all behavior. So for an example sentence, you could say, Mark's behavior around his parents is very strange. He seems more quiet and sad with them.
OK， 那这边呢有几个单字，我们来看一下。第一个就是呢，这个动词 safeguard。其实你看到前面那个 safe， 你就知道了，它的意思就是去保卫、保护。好，那再来呢是 behavior， 行为、举止、表现，这个是名词。那动词形式呢是 behave。比如说呢 behave well， 那就是表现良好。那相反，我们就用 badly 来修饰。好 ，behave badly， 那就是表现不佳。behave like 后面加上名词或名词片语，那就是表现的像点点点一样。So for example, you should stop behaving like a 3-year-old.
But I don't wanna.
代表呢，你应该停止表现的像3岁小孩一样。
All right. So, of course, an article like this, there are lots of questions and not really any answers because social media is such a big thing. Like, it's hard to say, okay, this is the solution and that sort of thing. So it's just a matter of keep in mind social media can be good. It can also have some very bad effects.
Yeah, but I'm sure it can affect our mental health and physical health too.
Oh, yes, definitely. So please be careful. Don't use it too much. And, remember there's a real world out there that it has just as many interesting things about it. So for that, our article is over. It's time to go to our For You chat.
For You chat.
Okay, so today our For You chat question is, how can you be more responsible about the way you use social media and technology?
That's a good question. I think I try to use it very responsibly by, like, for example, I don't tag my friends unless they tell me I can in photos.
Just to protect their privacy, right?
Right, because a lot of my friends do care about that. I keep my Facebook profile mostly friends only, and so people can't see much about me if they're not my friend.
To protect yourself.
That's right. My Instagram account is private, actually, so people can't see anything unless they follow me.
What about on your Instagram?
That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said Facebook.
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, I try not to spread false information.
Oh, yes.
Or misinformation.
Right.
So I have to make sure what I send to my friends or family is real, is true.
Yeah, I also, I try to always check things that people post, especially if they post it and it's very emotional. Like if it's a very emotional topic or something that they're really angry, excited about, something like that, I always try to check one more time before I believe them. Like look for some
check.
Yeah, fact checking. That's a really good practice, especially if you want to not, take in misinformation on social media, which is really easy to do. So, yeah, and also don't do stupid things like jumping out of a moving vehicle to dance.
And don't spend too much time on it.
Yeah, exactly. So, keep it balanced and stay safe, and social media can be a good thing. But you definitely have to be careful with it.
True.
Yeah. So I think that's all we have for our article. You guys can discuss your own solutions, how you stay responsible and safe on social media. For English for You, I am Kat.
I'm Elsie.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
O. Steve owes much of his success to his parents, who paid for him to get the best opportunity. Unique. Our restaurant sells unique dishes that you can only find in this part of the world. Average. The average person in the U.S. watches TV for over 2 hours a day, but I don't even own a TV. Content. The book contained a lot of useful content that helped readers understand the topic better. Vehicle. Eric got in trouble at work when he drove the company vehicle to Hualien for his vacation. Behavior. Smelling the ground and peeing on things to mark its area are normal dog behaviors.
智慧小补帖。
Popularity. Interact. Assess. Safeguard.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net